light my hair on fire for Drake.
Well, guys, you heard it here first. Mike wanted to set his hair on fire for Drake.
Drake has been doing a great job.
Who?
Drake, Mamma Meal T, has been doing a wonderful job, and I wanted to show my appreciation by light my goddamn hair on fire. Right?
Yes. I can see.
Oh, yeah, most well-lit podcast on the internet, baby. Don't even forget it. Where's the camera? Don't even forget it. Great. We got a goddamn power-packed show for you today. We have so many goddamn things to talk to you about on this podcast. This may be a 6-parter.
It's just 6 episodes.
Huh?
It would be 6 episodes. We've never done like parts, part 1, part 2 episode.
Well, why wouldn't this be the first time?
Because we're not an episodic type.
Yeah, we are. Podcast. You know how I know? Because it's episode 254 right now.
Is it?
Yes. That's how I know.
That's a lot of podcasts.
Goddamn right, it's a lot of podcasts. Zoe, ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
First of all, happy to be here with you, my wife. No? You're not interested?
Yes, I'm happy to be here too. I was just letting you finish.
I didn't know how to start the show before the Patreon stuff. We have so much to talk about. I didn't even think about the intro at all. And now I feel like I'm just swimming out here.
Why don't you tell us what Patreon is?
Well, it's a virtual tipping and rewards website. So we changed our process over from a per creation basis to a monthly basis. So you pay the tier that you want, monthly fee, $5, $10, $50. Then there's a $75 and $100 group. You get different things associated with all those things. But I want to talk about specifically 2 things you get on every tier of the podcast, which is access to full video episodes of the most well-lit podcasts on the internet. Squaw, 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 club horns, fireworks noises.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit the fireworks button. Great. Must have been the finale. So you get full episodes. Edited with care and love by Dan
Drake
McIntyre.
What if his middle name is Daniel? Drake, what's your middle name?
We'll wait here until you answer.
No, keep going.
And you also get access to the Discord channel, which has been a goddamn riot.
It's been so much fun.
I still don't know how to describe what Discord is, but it's like a really involved chat room set up into different channels. We have after show channel, so after people listen to and watch this, they talk with each other about the show.
Yeah.
We have a question channel set up so people could ask us questions. We have a channel set up specifically so people could share their pets and pizza.
Oh my god, so fucking cute.
Whichever one they have. And there's we got a Jesse Stillwell, longtime listener, supporter of the podcast, has helped us up on the back end of that thing, setting up little bots and channels and certain permissions and making it all real special and nice.
Yeah.
And the conversation in there has blown up.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much exactly what we thought were going to happen. Basically, it's like we have a party and you introduce everyone who you've ever said like, oh, I bet these 2 people would get along.
Right.
And now all those people are in this thing talking to each other all
Getting
the time.
along. Yeah.
Yeah. I have some things from the Discord that I'm going to bring up on the show, some conversations that I thought were hilarious or noteworthy that we're going to talk about on the show today.
Okay.
A couple questions from that.
Okay.
Here's a 1-800 number, and that's how you cancel it.
But we are still going to be doing our shout outs, so that kind of goes.
Oh, yeah. $10 group gets a shout out.
Like this.
You get a special thank you from our mouths.
From my mouth to your ears.
Also, $50 group gets to, well, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Plus, you should know by now because it's the 255th episode.
54th.
54th, and that's excuse me.
Justine Johnson, Peter Clark, Robert Johnson.
Oh, the whole Johnson goddamn
right?
family.
Dritan Thachi.
Wait a minute.
The only reason I knew that is because it's my brother.
How would you pronounce that name if you were not Albanian and it was not
Dryden Faggy.
Dryden. Thank you so much, brother. I love you very much.
Lisa Sikora, Keith Erickson, Thomas Imholt. I'm sorry. Jesse Stillwell.
You ever see that Are You Afraid of the Dark with a little kid?
No.
And he's from the 20s and he's trapped outside. He doesn't have a jacket. He's like, I'm cold.
I ruined it.
Okay, well.
Jesse Stillwell, Kyle Cullen, Daniel Helu.
Hilo. Daniel Hilo.
It's Helo. Josh Owens. Devram Kissoon, Milky Beans, Kyle Schlack, Lauren Daugherty, Doherty, thank you, Ed Birch, and Victor Rabella.
Dude, I like how some people, it's like, the real, like, Monique Quistorf, Milky Beans, Dominic Frateroli, whatever the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
No, you didn't count.
I can't.
Welcome to episode
okay.
254.
You guys, we also have some $50 and $100 sponsors.
Both of which get to promote something on the podcast. Maybe we could help bring something you're working on to a larger audience. So that starts with the $50 group. And then if you want to go up from there, $75 group gets a t-shirt. All right. $100 group gets this Horny for the Past hoodie. Hoodie for the past, we'll call it. So, who are we shouting at today?
Today, Hayden Record. He wants to shout out.
Could it be Record?
What did I say?
You said it so British.
Record.
Record. Hayden Record.
Record. He wants to shout out Dynamic Banter. Shit
word?
makes him laugh like a fart in church.
So he's like, if you think you like listening to this podcast, wait until you hear this other one. Thank you very much for shouting it out.
Hang on. Let's answer this.
Okay.
Vilty? Oh, wait. Hang on. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Yeah, wait. You're on the podcast.
Oh, hello. I was meeting Mamacita for her hair color. What?
Nothing. Oh, can I call you back? Is this super important?
No.
Okay.
Is it funny?
No, I'm sorry. No.
Dude, does your whole family have amazing voices?
I feel like she may have just waken up too.
Yeah, but still. It really is just like a very slightly different version of the same voice.
We all sound very much so alike.
You all have wonderful voices.
Except for my brother.
Yeah. Who has been on the podcast before. I was going to say we should have him on. Yeah, he has. Remember, we had that.
He talked like for a second.
But he was on.
Yeah.
He had his own microphone and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So Hayden Records says, you two make traffic less stressful with the soothing voice, with the soothing voice of the lass and the quick wit of the lad.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
It was very nice. So thank you very much.
We enjoy doing that very much. It might be fun to have Steve on the Welcome to Our Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. Only if Steve has me on Dynamic Banter.
Well, now that it's a tit for tat type situation.
Yeah. Robert Delman.
Andrew Delman.
Robert has a streaming channel where he streams stuff. You can find him on Mixer.com, on Twitter and Instagram at Twisted Soul 1020.
Oh, I was talking to him on Twitch the other day.
Yeah. Again, that's Mixer.com / Twisted Soul 1020.
Yeah, he's a very funny man. Mm-hmm. I was on Twitch. I was playing NBA 2K20.
220K.
I forgot what it was. So many numbers nowadays.
200.
And he was there. He's making me laugh with the crack 'em ups.
Yep.
So go check him out.
Go get him.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Thank you so much for everyone participating in the Discord and stuff like that. And again, with the switch over, it was weird and scary and a bit of a risk, and you guys are right there to kind of pick up the pieces. And I don't know really how to. There's a way to explain it where it's like ultra transparent, saying, but I think we've already said it a couple times.
Yeah. Just thank you.
Just thank you. Yeah. That's the best way to be this
Thanks,
week.
guys.
It
We
really,
love you.
just know that anytime, dude, please put your phone on the most. Is there a way to get two
Okay.
notifications for every text message that you get? Holy shit. Is your phone set to extra? Extra.
How about-
extra. I just want to say that every time you become a Patreon what the fuck, a Patreon person, it means a lot to us, and all that money goes to a good place, helps Drail edit these videos, helps us get stuff like the stickers that we're sending out to you guys over the next 2 months. We've already sent out how many of those?
Oh my God,
40?
so many.
40
If not more.
little thank you cards with stickers. So
Yeah.
if we don't have your address, go into your Patreon and either message us your address or make sure our your profile has your address on it, and we'll get you your shit. But thank you so much for your support of the show. Without further ado, this is episode 254.
Okay.
One of the discussions happening in the Patreon, in the Discord. God,
You all right?
how did we used to do this? Just rolling out of bed so easily.
I don't know. I think.
Was it ever good?
I think we always had coffee first, though.
Oh, this is my first 2 sips of coffee
Yeah.
today.
So go ahead.
Dependent upon,
Discord.
it's almost Halloween times. I believe it was Felicia Chimbert who brought
Loves
up, what is your favorite Halloween meowies?
Mealways.
Do you have favorite Halloween? Do you have go-to Halloween meowies?
I really like that one where the ladies.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes,
Yes.
I like that. And then that's anything like that type of movie I like.
I had a
Because-
crush on Sarah Jessica Parker back in the day because of that movie.
I
Because
could
she
see
was
that.
like slutty witch. Right? Wasn't she the witch who was like, I'm boy crazy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And also nothing wrong with being a slut.
Yeah. No. There's no slut shaming here.
No. Encouragement.
Yeah.
And then growing up, she was on that Sex and the City show. So I was like,
Oh, wow. She is a slut.
that's so cool that witch acclimated to the city. That was the original. That was the working title to that show. Yeah. Witch acclimates to the city. Witch finds other witch friends.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus 2. Witch in the city. Oh, anyway, that's our episode. We had a great time.
So keep going.
Is that the only? Because you don't like scary movies.
I don't do scary movies. I can't. My cousin ruined that for me as a small. Thank you. I'm glad that was bothering you. As a small with the Freddy Krueger and Friday.
Were you forced to watch Freddy Krueger?
Forced to watch it.
Are we talking like
Sit down. Don't move. If you do, I'm gonna hit you.
Why was that the case? Was that
I don't know,
because
dude. She was
your
foreign.
cousin was scared and needed somebody to watch it with? So
No,
like, "Don't
she
you
was
fucking
older.
leave."
No, she was older. She was so she had just moved here from former Yugoslavia, and she like forced it on us. And I hated
Everyone
it.
sit down. You're going to watch
And
Frederick
you got
Krueger's.
You got to watch Freddy Krueger.
You're Freddy Krueger,
Freddy
man.
Krueger.
Was she a man?
No.
Was she a?
Was she? No, she was not a man.
No, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Was she one of the Albanians who puts man or do that for everything?
No.
All right.
No, man. No.
No, dude. No, man. You gotta watch a Freddy Krueger's, man. I had that same type of situation wasn't really a daycare. It was just a group of sisters who watched me because ladies man.
Okay.
When I was very young, and we watched Arachnophobia together, and it was too early in my development. And I was like, how'd they teach all these spiders how to act? But John Goodman was in it, and that was kind of was it John Goodman or
I don't
Jeff
know.
Daniels?
Didn't see it.
I'll never see it again. Doesn't matter. So there was kind of a situation. Anything fun happening in the text?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing? What's happening? Oh no! All the words at once.
Yeah, I'm done.
There, I can't. But it's like you just got caught out spray painting something.
My sister is buying hair color because she colors my mom's hair for her. And they are out of something that she needs. So I am telling her what she should buy.
Okay, great.
So keep going. How did they teach all of those?
Hope it worked out. Do you need to tell them so your mom's hair isn't fucking like fire engine red?
Well, it's for Mamacita's hair. That's
who's Mamacita's hair?
my mom's, one of my mom's and Vilsa's coworker. Who's lovely. I love her.
Am I the only one that's crazy confused right now?
Well, we're trying to keep going, and I apologize that
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We
Now
were
you
talking
got
about
how many mother-in-laws do I have?
You only have the one.
All right.
I only have the one mother.
Do I need to know what her formula is?
No, you don't.
B12 plus X7 equals blonde. Mother-in-law blonde.
B12
Yes. Vitamins.
times
B12 vitamins
X?
times X11
Okay.
equals. I know about hair,
All right. Interesting.
right?
Interesting.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you hold these?
Oh my God.
What else, man? You know what I wanted last. Where did you pull that cloth out?
It was on the table.
Last Halloween season,
Uh-huh.
I really wanted to go back and watch the Halloween movies.
Yeah, we did. We watched Twilight. Remember?
What?
Remember the Twilight series?
I've never watched any
No,
of the
no,
Twilight
no.
movies.
Not Twilight.
Twilight is the teenage sex
That's
vampires.
not what I'm talking
starring Sarah Jessica Parker.
I'm talking about that. What was it? The Are You Afraid of the Dark? What was it? The old school.
We watched a
Like-
couple episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark, but that was more recently. That was like within the past couple months. I'm
What
talking about
was
last
the-
Halloween. It's almost like if you let me finish the sentence, I
Okay,
would have
go
told
ahead.
you what we watched last Halloween. Zoe, god
'Cause
damn
I had
it.
never watched it, and you were like, "You've never watched this."
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to say was we
Okay.
watched the Halloween movies. Remember? We
Yeah.
tried to watch the Halloween movies with Michael Myers.
Oh yeah, no, that didn't happen though. Remember?
Yeah, because we fell asleep because, and this was my whole point, boring as shit.
Yeah,
They were boring as shit.
yeah.
And I wanted so badly for my memories of Michael Myers are way cooler than
Then
the video documentary Halloween.
yeah.
So what happens is Jamie Lee Curtis has a brother, and their brother's all fucked up and
Yeah.
wears a mask and kills people every once in a while.
Right.
And it's basically just a mechanic with a very white face who shows up ready to cut the cake.
Yes. And cut your body.
Has a knife, doesn't run. How could a whole town be terrorized by somebody that doesn't even run?
No, he doesn't. Like with the slowest, most.
Yeah, just go away. Just go. If you see your brother, go
Run.
the other way.
Yeah, run. 'Cause
Problem
he's not
is,
running.
no, he's not.
But
He's not going to
always
run.
catching up to you.
And he will kill you if you're having sex. That was one of the old tropes in the movie, is that the slowest villains will always kill anyone having sex. The other day, me and Steve hopped on Twitch to play that Friday the 13th with Yasin, your boy Yasin. Oh, your Nightmare on Elm Street you couldn't watch, but Friday the 13th was with Jason. So the other last week was Friday the 13th. So me
Yeah.
and Steve hopped on Twitch and we were playing what is basically hide and seek with other adults, and it's fun for a little while. But Halloween in general is fun. I always forget that my birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
And I have fond memories of having Halloween-themed birthdays with whatever 3 kids were talking to me at that point in my life.
Yeah.
And
whatever 3 friends you had that month.
Yeah. And I love candy. Don't have it anymore. What's your go-to Halloween candy? What's your go-to bite-sized candy?
Oh. It's either Snickers.
Oh, it's my girl.
Or it's Butterfingers.
Nothing beats a Snickers, man. Zoe?
I'm sorry.
You're fired.
I am fired.
You're
today.
fired, Zoe. You're out.
I apologize.
No.
There's a lot happening today. I don't know why my shit's blowing up today.
But this is our job. We gotta do our job.
We're doing your job.
We're doing my job.
We're doing a job.
See it fucking now I don't even want to talk about Halloween candy.
No, come
We're
on.
We're on a roll.
What were your 2 favorites?
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Are you, because I've done this to people and I felt bad about it. Are you ever in casual conversation with someone and you're kind of into it and then they check their phone and you're like, well, I'm out?
Yes. Yes, I've done that.
Have you been like the talker and that happens?
Yes.
And you're excited to tell somebody something and then
you know what I do?
Oh, what?
I walk away.
What if I just walked
shitty.
away?
Yeah, I know. It's shitty. I apologize.
That would be funny if I got so mad that I walked away and then the rest of the show is just cutting back and forth from you to an empty chair. And you have to be here for the next 25 minutes.
I know.
What else do I watch on Halloween?
No, what's your favorite go-to candy?
Oh, Snickers all the way.
Yeah.
There is only one.
Yeah.
I used to like to take a bite out of the end. You know how they're all sealed up on the end? They're perfect Lily Snickers bar. Every snack size Snickers bar is like 1/3 of a regular one. So you take a little bite off the ends, and you stick them together, and you make your own regular one. And then you eat it. You eat it like you made it.
Yeah.
Frankenstein Snickers.
One of the girls I work with brought in a ton of Halloween candy, and we were like on Saturday, and we were all like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Too early. It's September.
Too much, but everyone was fucking eating Snickers at fucking 8:30 in the morning, not giving a fuck.
Yeah. The other day, somebody in the store was like, why do they have all this Halloween stuff up? It's too early for Halloween stuff. And for a store, I don't really give a fuck. Let's make the people in California think it's fall for 5 seconds so they don't have to wait until December, like you were saying the other day.
Halloween stuff always came out right as school started.
Yes.
Forever.
Yeah.
It's the first holiday to kick off all the holidays.
Going back to school is the scariest thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Another question from the Discord from the one and only Quistorf, not to be confused with Twist Off, was, did you have a special outfit for your first day of school? A couple weeks ago, all of our friends' kids, all Lily kids on the internet are going back to school, and they're posting their kids' back to school outfits.
Yeah.
Do you remember if you had a special outfit?
I remember like it was always something brand new. You know, you had your new shoes. And then it was always like, a button-down shirt.
A lot of buttons on the first day of school. And then it's T-shirts and sweatpants for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So nothing specific?
Nothing specific.
Any
Jeans
sort
and
of
a
way you
shirt.
wore your hair?
I don't know. My mom would do our hair for the first day of school. I remember that and picture day.
And
then every other day it was just like long, crazy hair just in my face. Didn't care.
You look like the
For a
girl
while
from The
I
Grudge.
had bangs because I had shaved my own hair right here. And my mom wouldn't cut me bangs, so every time it got long enough, it would like come down to a point, and I would shave it off again.
Freddie
My
Munster
mom would
girl, that's
kick
you.
my ass all the time. Yeah, right?
Dude, I don't know if this was my first day of school outfit, but I'm almost positive. Do you need to take that? It's almost positive that seriously, is your mom's hair going to get fucked up? Because then I feel bad. Then I feel like it's my fault. Hey guys, on the after show in the Discord, tell me who's in the wrong here.
I know. I am in the wrong. I am in the wrong.
Talking about? Okay, I remember I had this jacket, this starter jacket, lightweight, windbreaker type thing.
Was it technical? Like a technical? Was it actually
It's a Technicolor Dream Starter
Technicolor?
jacket.
Did it have the starter star on the back?
I think it had a starter star on the zip.
Okay.
It had a little emblem
Right on
the zip. And it was a San Francisco Giants baseball jacket. And for years I was like, why the fuck would a kid from Connecticut have a San Francisco Giants jacket? And it's because my favorite player, Gary Carter, number 8, never forget, was traded from the Mets to the Expos to the Giants at the very end of his career. Didn't do anything of note.
So Carter Gary was really good.
Carter Gary.
What was his
You turned
name?
him into a poet? Gary Carter. Just a white guy. Just a regular
Just
white.
some dude.
And I loved him so much. And that was my favorite baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
Because he was a good guy.
Yeah.
And he's recently passed away. Or he's since passed away. Years and years ago.
Okay.
But
R.I.P.
it's just so funny to be from Stratford, Connecticut, and to be walking around with I had never been to San Francisco. I didn't go to San Francisco until I was 34. But I had this jacket.
Until this past year.
And obviously I was an only child who lived in the woods. And I remember there was a patch of grass in our yard that wouldn't grow. Mm-hmm. And you would see birds there all the time eating grubs. Uh-huh. Grubs are little like bug larvas that didn't quite make it yet.
Yeah.
And I might be getting the timeline all fucked up here because I have terrible memory as it is. But I remember this jacket specifically. I would pick these grubs up out of the ground and I'd put them in my pocket in the jacket because I thought they were interesting. Not because I thought they were gross or I wasn't trying to be gross.
Yuck.
I wasn't like picking your boogers and eat it, kid.
Yuck.
Okay.
Yes, you were.
That was Tommy. And I'd go to school for like show and tell. And I'd be like, yo, check out this. Ugh. But look at this. Ugh. And then when no one would talk to me, this is how you realize, you know what's fucked up? In all realities, that is a very interesting thing.
Yeah.
But because of other people's fear
of bugs,
of shit, I'm now thinking that I'm the gross kid.
Yeah.
I found an interesting specimen of life that I wanted to learn more about. I wanted to learn about the life of this planet. And then I would bring it into school and everybody would be like, you're fucking gross. And then I'd be like, okay, now I'm this kid until I graduate high school.
See, things weren't as weird for us because there were so many siblings, you know?
Yeah, you could discover shit together. I had to like pick shit out of the ground by myself and then wait until Monday to figure out if it was interesting or not.
We had like we had this like little fort that we had built. Like I wouldn't even have called it the woods. And Dritan, hit me up when you hear this and tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm remembering wrong. Although his memory is terrible, so he probably won't remember. But we had built like a little fort, and I remember I was like the only girl that was allowed in, but I always was the one that was cleaning it. And it was like with Steve and Donnie and
the tiny patriarchy.
Yeah, Steve, Donnie, and what was his name? What was the last one's name? I forget.
Marky Mark.
I forget. But it was with the guys down the street, and we were always in there making stupid shit.
They made you clean the fort, or you wanted to clean the fort?
I don't know. I was the one that was, I was the maid.
The maid?
Yeah.
What's
Back
worse,
then,
not being in the
very
club
sexist.
or being the maid?
Okay, it was like the early 90s.
Yeah, that was kind of just what you did.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys, I'll be
That's
let
how
into
we
the
played.
club.
Yeah. Zoe's fucking cleaning.
Zoya's over there in the back
Not much
reinforcing
has changed.
stereotypes. But we didn't know, man. We didn't know anything was bad. We were just like, you're girls and we're guys.
Yeah.
We don't know how to act. People thought the bug thing was weird, so I might as well fall into my gender role.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's worse, not being in the club or being in the club and cleaning everything?
No, I was cool.
Also, what is there to clean in a clubhouse?
I mean, it was on a fucking dirt It was out in the fucking woods, if you will.
So
I don't
you were
even
like
think it was-
traumatized wife, like has to get clean, will never get clean.
No.
What? Clean.
Dirt floor.
Dirt,
It's
clean.
just dirt.
Spraying dirt with Windex.
Just
Clean the
fucking-
dirt.
Yeah.
Have to make dirt clean.
Yeah. Clorox fucking spray.
Yeah. What a weird childhood.
Bleach dirt.
I'm so happy that neither of us were like rich as shit,
Yeah.
because there were a bunch of things
I'm still happy
that
we're
I'm
not
thankful
rich as
for.
shit.
Well, I'll be rich as shit now. I would take a good amount of rich as shit now.
Yeah.
We've gone through 30 some odd years
Yeah.
of being
Go ahead.
Is it coming?
It's coming.
Go.
Go.
That's Pepier. Handful of Pepier. Zoya's about to sneeze. There we go. No, I'll be rich as shit now for sure. Josh asks, how do you like your eggs? I feel like we've talked about this 1,000 times.
I like scrambled. I like we call it in my house eggs with boobs. That's how my brother
Eggs
used
with
to,
boobs?
That's how my brother used to ask for eggs. Can I have eggs with boobs?
And no one ever.
No.
Mama.
No.
Eggs with boobs.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Huh. I have nothing funny to add to that. That's just cute and nothing else. I'm a scrambled boy.
Yeah, you are.
And go ahead and toss whatever you want in there. If there's, you make
Throw a little
the
bit.
cheese in with the scramble, and that's a real Nimes.
Nice. Mike gets real horny for it.
It's the best. I've
Yeah.
never gotten sick of scrambled eggs. I've never been like, ugh, this shit again. And it's probably the only food. Dude, me and my dad used to have one of 3 things every day. Have steak on the grill. No kind of, nothing special about it.
With A1.
Maybe if it was
Yeah.
there. Normally ketchup,
Yeah.
which growing up makes me feel like white trash, but we didn't know any better. Just
Dude,
made the
it's
steak
fucking
different.
every kid, except for me, won ketchup on everything. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Ketchup's nice. And it was filled with sugar.
Yeah, ketchup was like
It's like putting candy on meat.
everyone's jam. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is like the jam, like tomato jam.
Yeah, it's still not my go-to thing. I would
Not?
rather eat, no. I don't eat a ton of ketchup. I never liked it.
I make you a glass of ketchup every morning. You're in a lot of these people. Hot glass of ketchup.
Ugh. Ugh. That just made my jaw feel weird.
Hold on, I gotta make a note. Feel free to send a text if you have to. Oh God, that's great. Hot cup of ketchup. I'll have ketchup on a burger or fries
Yeah.
still, but that's
Even-
pretty much it.
Yeah, even like now, I'll hardly eat
It's a
ketchup
lot.
on my fries. It is a lot.
There's some places that go and they make their own
Yeah. Uh-huh.
that we go to, like that Blue Jam place, that breakfast place makes their own ketchup, and it's always too fucking fancy.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just put sugar and red dye in something that used to vaguely resemble a tomato. Make it real sweet, and I'll put it on my fried patatas.
Patats.
Welcome back to Fried Patatas. Jess says, vacation spot that one of you wants to go to, and the other one would rather eat dirt. And then I put a little note here. Zoya would love to eat dirt. And of course, for longtime listeners, Zoya, before she got into ketchup, had a steady diet of dirt for the first couple of years of her life.
Me and my cousin used to eat dirt together.
Fucking how does that happen?
I'm not sure how that happened.
Half
just
the
now.
coffee just left my cup after a ginger place down.
I don't know. Where do you I don't know. I want to travel everywhere. Like I have a lot of stuff on my bucket list of travel.
I'm trying to think of one place that Albania is like, you want to go there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I would go to 100 places first, but I wouldn't not go to Albania.
Yeah, no, the coast of Albania is just, it looks beautiful. And it's, the thing about Albania is that it's still not like a huge destination spot. So
They don't have many
it's-
resorts in Albania. Albanian
They
resorts.
do. They have resorts, but they don't. They're not very. It's not a hugely traveled to area.
Like,
so
come on
it's
in. We
super
got a
cheap.
ping pong table and a lovely view.
Yeah, basically. Come on in. You want some drinks? Come sit down.
You want to kill a goat and watch TV? Come on down. Watch one of our 6 TVs.
You like lamb? We have lamb, full lamb on the rotisserie.
You like Polacek? We'll teach you how to make. You make for us.
Dude, speaking of crepes, I had the weirdest dream that I was like just pumping out crepes the other night in my dream.
Word?
Just like fucking one after the next after the next.
You know, sometimes your dreams come true. I'll let you into my clubhouse if you make crepes.
But I had like made like the batter like it was like perfect. Like it was a total accident. I think it's from all of the Great British Bake Off
Oh, dude.
that
we've
I've been
that show a
watching.
lot.
I've been watching that shit out of it.
Dude, my favorite was to stand next to you a couple of years ago while you were trying to make them and you were getting frustrated and you were throwing away all the ones that weren't perfect. And I was just like,
Dude, that was so frustrating.
yeah,
I
it
can't
sucked.
get my grandmother's batter like quite right.
You need to be alive for at least 70 years before you make a good crepe,
I don't know.
I think.
I have another recipe that it's like my go-to for the holidays and stuff when I'm making breakfast, but
that show has been fucking our shit right up. Great British Bake Off. Delman and Lee were watching it for a long time. And they were like, you got to watch it. And I was like, it sounds lovely. There's no reason why I wouldn't watch it. But we just didn't because of time.
Yeah.
Also, going back to the scary movie thing, we had Nick Hamilton from the It movies on Dynamic Banter. And Steve was like, you going to see it? And everyone in the Dynamic Banter community thinks I'm scared of scary movies. And that's why I won't see it.
Yeah.
Where in reality, 5.5 hours long. And I don't have that kind of time.
Probably not that good.
I mean, no, the first one I think is very
Yeah.
good. The second one, and this isn't even their
It's
fault.
5.5 hours long.
Both of them together are, I think they're each like 3+ hours.
Fuck that.
And I'm like, dude, if I was like 22 and didn't have Jack Astor going on in my life, I would absolutely watch a 5-hour long scary movie.
Yeah.
I bought and saw in the theater all of the Saw movies.
Yeah.
Which weren't super scary, but they're all fucked up and stuff. And I was super horny about the Saw movies when I was like 21, 22. I wrote, in college, I wrote a 12-page paper on The Shining. Stanley Kubrick. One of my favorite movies of all time. Love scary stuff. I just don't have the time as a busy, budding, rising star adult.
How does that feel? I'm already famous, so.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And I don't have movie time. But I do want to see it out of respect for Nick, because I do like Nick very much.
Yeah.
What were we talking about right before that?
Vacation spots.
Vacation spots.
Or somewhere that.
There's nowhere I would want to go where you wouldn't want to go, because
Right.
you love travel.
I love going places.
So it doesn't work out so much.
Yeah.
And then Katie asked if I ever do a man bun. And I guess I never show up anywhere with a man bun. I don't really
No.
do it functionally,
Yeah.
but when I'm playing basketball, I'll do
Yeah.
it sometimes.
Yeah. You'll tie your hair back. I feel like your hair is not really ever back that often.
I don't like how I used to do it more when it got really hot here,
Yeah.
but I don't like the way I look with it. And I don't like how tight it feels like when I take it out, it's just, it hurts.
Yeah, your hair hurts.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Who's a fan of that? No one.
Yeah. Well,
Do you like putting your hair up? Tell us in the comments below in the Discord. Fuck, man.
should we wrap this up?
We have more things to talk about.
Okay. Keep going. Keep
What
going.
time is it?
We're 38, 49, 50.
Well, guess
51.
what? It's going to be a goddamn hour long.
All right. Let's do this.
Because I have, what do you want next? Do you want a fun little story about last night? Or do you want another very interesting, very disgusting thing I read in the Discord?
Fun, interesting thing that happened last night while I get more coffee.
Oh, so I need to tell this story that I already know the beginning, middle, and end to my goddamn self. So I had a show last night. It was a you gotta stop, at a bar show. It was The bar is called A Simple Bar. I think it's technically in Studio City on the way to West Hollywood. And the woman who asked me to do it, I think her name is Michelle Thorne. Very nice comedian. The thing about bar shows is that it's very different from a theater or a club because no one necessarily has to give a shit that you're there. And it's a very tough environment. Imagine like you go out to your favorite bar with your friends and you're there every night. And then Thursday or Sunday night, when you're just trying to watch football or something, 5 or 6 comedians show up and they're like, now you listen to what we have to say.
Now.
And that's a terrible environment to try to make people laugh in.
You're on my terms now.
Yeah. And most bar shows are like that. Once in a while, you'll get some and the people are accustomed to it because it's been going on for a long time and they really look forward to it. But most of the time, it feels like work. And then I kind of zoom out and I'm like, well, if I have to work for 20 minutes out of the day, that's a pretty good work day. So I'm all down for it. I kind of cut my teeth doing music in bars and like delis and restaurants and coffee shops. So I'm used to half the people paying attention to what I want to do. So I have a lot of fun. Obviously, I do the crowd work stuff and it's very fun for me always.
Yeah, it's always very funny to watch too.
So last night, I'm watching all these comedians go up and everyone's getting heckled by and there's a good amount of people paying attention, maybe like 30 people paying attention, maybe like between 2 and 4 people who don't give a shit, who are just talking at regular volume, which is
What do you mean?
insanely
like
annoying.
Wow, that's rude.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can almost hear it now.
These comedians are super rude for coming to my party. This is my party for the night.
And then some of the hecklers were texting during casual conversation, and it was the worst. So I'm watching everybody, and I'm like, all right, well, this is going to be interesting and hard, but we're going to have fun with it. So I get up there, and I'm heckled by no less than 4 people. And there was a group that came in right before my set they were between 22 and 25. Group of younger rambunctiouses who got kicked out of, I later found out they got kicked out of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios for bringing a flask.
Dumbasses.
So they were all wasted.
Yeah.
And we all had a great time. But I want to play, I didn't get any video of it because it would already be on the internet. But I just wanted to say that these shows are very hard, but they definitely make you better as a performer and as a comedian. And if something is tossed at you in another show where you're like, what the fuck? Somebody says something weird. This is how you prepare for that stuff. No one is just good at striking down someone or making a annoying situation into a funny situation.
I'm sorry.
Dude, you do this thing where you're about to sneeze, where like one of your eyes kind of shuts a little bit. And so I'm looking into your eyes trying to talk, and you're like, it's like somebody's fighting in your head, and you're trying to keep your composure. Anyway, I just wanted to say that these shows feel like a lot of work. And sometimes, even if you're a great comedian, you could walk away from these kind of discouraged and annoyed. Yeah. But when there's a heckler and it's very distracting and disheartening because maybe you had specific things to work on or whatever, and you turn it around and make the whole bar laugh at the person who tried to disrupt the show, that's what that feeling when everyone's laughing at the same thing at the same time and kind of forgetting that they're at a show, but we're all laughing together. That's the same feeling as when you're doing really good in a comedy club, telling just regular jokes. Yeah. So if there's any comedians out there, just don't lose hope if you're in a terrible place, because there's always something you could do to
turn it around,
make everyone have a good time. And all the comedians who immediately go after the audience, eat a dick. Do better.
Eat a dick.
So this is about 14 minutes in. I did about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm asking the audience if if anyone has kids, and then that's where we're at. I'm the credit beaners. Anyone have a kid? No. Single guys? Do you have single entire side of the room? Do you have a kid?
Big no.
You say big nose? I know. I have a mirror. She just said big nose at that point. Big nose! Don't do that to a kid. Don't have a kid. Gross face. That kid's laugh was. Don't pass that down. Bad knees. Gross face. I'm gonna tack those onto my credits from now on. Nice guy, big nose, gross face, hepatitis from my book. What did you say? You said big no?
I said big no.
Have you ever said big no in any other sentence?
No, you're talking about kids. I don't want kids. Big no.
Big no. Okay. Yeah, but I'm saying, have you ever said big no to describe anything else ever?
No.
Have you ever been like at Taco Bell and you're like, okay, 3 tacos, 2 cheesy gordita crunch. Big no. 1 cheesy gordita crunch. This is big no. Are you naming the ski mountain? Double butt garden? Big no. And it goes on and on like that for about 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So long story short, don't disrupt my goddamn show.
Yeah. Well, in that girl's defense, you did ask, and then you kept going on about the big nose, which was very funny.
Yeah, but she
seemed
sometimes
like
when
she had too much of that flask.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
she consumed too much.
But the good news is they weren't angry or whatever. They were
Yeah.
just having a good time.
Yeah.
But they're disruptive as fuck. And, and obviously go fuck yourself because of that. But they all had a great time. But it's when you're there and the environment is like that and people just want to participate more than they want to listen. You can't do jokes to those people.
Right.
So that's why I went on with the big nose stuff. What is happening, dude?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why do you wait until we're on the podcast
I can't.
to do everything with your
What are
face?
you talking about?
Dude, it's like
I think I'm getting sick. I have
you have been
post-nasal-
saying that
I
for
know.
4 months.
I've been holding it off for right before we leave, because we're going to be in Chicago this weekend. And
Tickets available for the late crowd work show. You could be the big nose person. You could be the person who ruins the late night crowd work show. Tickets available now on Eventbrite. 21st at the Cards Against Humanity Theater at goddamn
Chicago.
after the early show. I don't know what time it is, but it's in Chicago.
It's like 9:30, right?
Yes.
Something like that.
One is at 7:30. Me and Olin is 7:30, and then crowd work show starts at 9:30 or something like that. But there's still 15 or 20 tickets available.
Dope.
So that's tomorrow. No. That's
Friday.
Saturday.
Sorry.
But
Friday
what were you
we
saying?
have a wedding. Yeah, I don't know. I've been sneezing McGee I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know if I'm getting sick.
Zoya's been doing this thing where she sneezes maybe twice a day, once in the morning and then 2 or 3 times at night. And she's like, I think I'm getting sick.
No.
And I've been hearing that phrase for at least 4 months.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 to 3 weeks.
Dude, we're going to have to split the difference and say it's been 2 months because it definitely hasn't been 2 weeks. You've been saying, I think I'm getting sick for so long. Take a vitamin.
You know what I'm getting sick of? Your mouth.
Well, you must be allergic to it because I must have
I've been
talked
getting
into your
sick
microphone because you sneeze all over the goddamn place. We'll go real quick. We'll do one more little story, and then I'll give you your fake ad because we haven't been doing that for a couple weeks.
Ooh, fraud risk. Giving me a call right now.
Fraud risk?
Fraud risk from New York, New York.
That would be a funny fake ad read. They're going to steal your information.
Cash Advance USA.
Oh, cash advance, free money.
Approved for loan up to $15,000.
$15,000.
No upfront fees.
Bill
No
of
Security
Francaise.
deposit or processing charges. So call us back.
Oh, you got to call them.
Oh, right.
Number 718
Uh-huh.
766
Yeah, yeah.
1667.
Uh-huh.
You guys give him a call.
Yeah, give them a call. Give them your social security number and see how that works out
Yeah.
for you. Why does that happen?
I don't know.
Who the fuck is going to be like, who is calling that number back?
Yeah.
It's like, there's
I need
15,000.
15,000 up, no upfront fees.
Yikes.
Meh.
And then what happens?
And then you're fucked forever.
yeah, but what happens? What happens?
You probably take out a loan with a crazy high interest rate
From who?
from whomever the fuck that is. Or you get taken and you give them all of your fucking information and they fucking clear out your shit.
And then you're getting
Just so
kicked out of
you
your
know,
apartment. You're like,
yeah.
no, there's 15,000 coming to me, baby.
I got this. Give me a week. One of my, just so you know, the IRS, Social Security, anything like that is never going to call you. Just so you know.
Yeah, IRS doesn't have your number.
No, they have your number, but they're never going to give you a call. They're never going to call you. They're always going to send you mail.
Or they're going to show up.
If they need money from you, if they want anything from you, it's going to be certified mail.
If they're down and they just want to have a cup of coffee and talk it out,
They're never going to call you.
they're never going to call
Never.
you, dude. Let's say that you break up with someone and you just need someone to talk to.
The IRS is
IRS
never
is
gonna call
not
you.
the people to go to.
No, they are not your.
Let's say you
friends.
just moved to a new city where you don't know anyone and it's really hard to make friends because you're an adult. IRS is never going to call you. Don't sit by the phone waiting for the IRS.
I paid the IRS last night,
You would think that they would be friends with all the money that we give them.
dude.
Also, get a new goddamn system. So Lou for Prez told this disgusting story on the Discord after we were talking about the idiots who leave their garbage everywhere
Oh yeah.
in our old apartment building. Mm-hmm. And I thought we had it pretty bad because there would be a garbage chute on each level and people would leave garbage that doesn't fit in the chute outside of the
So stupid.
stupid idiots.
So stupid.
What's your name? Stuart Padidiot? Stu for short.
Stu got kicked off of the Great British Break Off.
Well,
First
R.I.P.
relationship.
Stu. That happened 8 years ago and we're just finding
Just
it now.
seeing it, yeah.
Hope he's still alive.
Sorry, Stu.
Lou for Prez says there's a family who lives above him on the 3rd floor who puts their garbage out on the 3rd floor fire escape directly above the door.
No.
I'm going to ask you if you're ready for the second part of this story.
Oh no.
Maggots
No.
is the first
No.
word of this sentence. Maggots start falling on the back steps and most notably on his head and body just now. Then he says, not the first time. How do you not have a conversation?
How do you not set fire to everything?
I might just set it on fire.
Set all of it on fire.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead.
You know what I would do if I lived right below them? I would go out on my fire escape and I'd light off fireworks every night until it stopped.
If you fucking had maggots falling on you.
No. You know what I would do? I would take one of those fountains, firework fountains, Whistling Betsy's or whatever the fuck they're called, and I would light 3 off every night until it stopped.
No.
And because eventually somebody's going to come down and be like, hey, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let me pause the Great British Bake Off real quick. Somebody's lemon meringue had too much power. It's too powerful. The layers have too much power. Every time that old lady snaps into a biscotti or something, I think her teeth are going to snap. So they'd be like, why are you lighting off fireworks every night? And I'd be like, oh, it's because you're springing life from your garbage and it's falling onto my being and it's making me hate myself and my life and living here.
Dude, I'm so sorry that happens to you and I can't.
We're going to send you fireworks.
And a wrecking ball.
And a wrecking ball. We're going to send you a goddamn bulldozer. and you're going to rectify the situation.
Yeah.
Rectify the situation, but spelled with a W. Are you ready for your fake ad read?
I am.
30 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
Hot cup of ketchup. Please sell the audience on a hot cup of ketchup.
Are you 34? Has ketchup always been your condiment go-to? Have no fear. Hot cup of ketchup is here. Need to wash down those delicious burgers? Need something a little warmer? Hot cup of ketchup is here for you. Hot cup of ketchup at your local grocery stores. You hate it. You hate it.
Is it done?
Hot cup of ketchup. Not just for dunking a grilled cheese. Hot cup of ketchup instead of your morning coffee.
That's gross. That's gross, sorry. And I'm ashamed that you would even bring that up.
Hot cup of ketchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. Sorry it's a long one. Or you're welcome. It's a long one, depending on whether or not you had a good time.
Traffic was great for you.
After the show comes out, we'll be in the after show section of the Discord for all the Patreon people. Again, thank you so much for your support. Even just listening to the show, but thank you a little extra to the Patreon people because they give a little extra to us. Thank you for Drell McHale for cutting up these clips that you see every Friday for freezies on youtube.com/Mike Falzone. Feel free to follow us and ask us questions for freezies on Twitter at WelcomePod. And you started in Instagram.
Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, but there's underscores after.
Yeah, welcome _to_our_podcast.
But if you search for it, it'll be there.
Yeah.
So many underscores. Though.
Yeah.
Interesting creative choice.
Thank you.
Again, make sure we have your address if you're a Patreon supporter so we can send you some stickers. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here, Zoya.
Thank you, Michael. You guys have a great week. And we'll talk to you next week. Stop.
Hot cup of ketchup. Hot cup of ketchup. Hot cup of ketchup.